Hi everyone, this is Meredith Rose. I'm a universal healer, a life coach, and a peace visionary. And the video today we will talk about is about breaking from the system and staying strong. And it's in related to do with the MK Ultra recovery. And this video is a significant idea answer that came through me today, and I'm gonna share with you a bit step by step of how does somebody gets mind programmed, even if you may be from a small town or a different country, Asian country like me, or any other place in all side of the world. Um, so do you know what is MK Ultra? MK Ultra programming is a mind control programming, and it's been used in military. And there is so many links that can create this chain to make it happen in many ways. Religion abuse could come as a hidden method of mind programming, and anything to do with mind programming is a breach of free will. And if you were surrounded by a system, it could be a family system, religious system, culture system, country system that abuses your right of free will, to choose on how you want to think, to choose on how you want to behave and how you want to be yourself freely. That's a form of mind programming. And the mind programming that I've experienced is literally, really swear word here. And I guess I pulled out from it already because the past 2 years, I think it really started after I met the female psychopath that my mother introduced me. My mother is a narcissist, and the female person that my ex-mother, she introduced me to this person, and life turned to hell. So throughout the year 2013, I was being programmed by a female psychopath to discard all my identity, my wishes, my dreams, my ambitions, and my gifts and my talents and abilities. Because I have the ability that not many people have in this world. I did say literally in this world, I have abilities not many people have. Maybe about, I'm one of the top 10% of the whole population of this earth that have these certain abilities. Such abilities such as remote viewing, which means that I could see in any locations in the world. These are called psychic abilities. I could channel different entities, from the darkest one, the demons, and also the angels, and also the extraterrestrial beings. So my abilities are literally dangerous to the system that controls the Earth population. So that is why in 2013, it was the first stages of you being programmed, because it was many times I came out from being abused, because I was abused as a child, molested. I was abandoned by my mother, ex-mother. I was attacked, physically attacked, emotionally attacked, mentally attacked with verbal abuse by my family members, and ignored when I request for help from my ex-parents. I literally received a death threat from my ex-brother about 4 or 3 weeks ago. So I made the decision to literally walk out from being in the family to rescue myself and to save myself, because it drains and pulls me down, and I couldn't function healthily unless I walk away, because they were feeding off my energy and controlling me with fake vulnerability, imposing their projections of fear, intimidation, and threats on me. So recently, I have encountered a group in Las Vegas, International Mkultra group in Las Vegas, through a conference on Google Plus Hangout. So this idea, these answers that came to me may help. So I'm gonna share this on the spot, spontaneously, what I realize and recognize in my own issues. Okay, so the first thing that would happen if you were targeted as a individual who are breaking out from the system, who are a big influence. If you have a big energy, means a big aura, means a big vision. Your vision could make a hole in the and dent in the system. The system meaning the political, the governmental, the world order system that traps a lot of people in the matrix of money, in the matrix of hierarchy of status, wealth, and such. You will be targeted. If you have anything to do with building love, peace, harmony, that is pure. There are people who are out there with organizations that say they are building love and peace and harmony, but instead they're duping people and taking their money away and making them dependent on that idea rather than making each a person independent. They're making the followers dependent on the leader. Some leaders, such as the leaders that had been imprisoned, like Nelson Mandela and other individual leaders, they inspire people to be independent on their own, not to be given the power of authoritative and the energy of autocracy, you know. And okay, so the first thing that would happen to you if you are recently targeted because you have big dreams and big visions and big goals, and you can be a very influential character, you probably have been attracting people who will dumb you down, and you'll be programmed. The first thing, you will be programmed. You will have people around you who comes to you. They could be narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath. They could come to you to program you to be dependent on them and let go of your power, and let go of your identity, and let go of who you are. The second part, when you realize that the person that you've been with betrayed you and sabotaged you, and you left because you have to leave and you cannot look back. You have to move on with your life and you have to fix yourself back to normal. So then you leave. When you leave, you may have PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. It means that you have triggers, because the abuse that happened during, you will be brainwashed, brain programmed, and within the brainwash and programming, there will be abuse and there will be triggers implanted into your consciousness. So if you were ever to see certain things, you'll be triggered. If you ever smell a certain things, you will be triggered. If people behave to you in a certain way, intimidate you, or sexually harass you, or say abusive words to you, you will be triggered. And being that triggered, you'll be going into hypnotist state, and then you will lose all your power and memory and start to do weird things. Most of the time, you will be in a mode of self-destruction. So the first thing is that when you meet people, do they have an agenda that grows you or manipulates you? That's how you can discern, be the master of discernment between meeting people who are honest and pure from their heart, who are pure, who doesn't have any demons dangling around their aura, dangling around the etheric plane of their consciousness to manipulate you. They are pure, strong, integrity-based individual. Those are real people. But there's other people involved. There are people who are, we call psychopath, narcissist, and sociopath, who comes to you to deteriorate your well-being, deteriorate your psyche, your internal energy, and then leech on to your spirit. That's what they do. Psychopaths do that. These are called handlers, and I just learned about this term when I was in the group, the Mkultra group, which is a very private group, and it's handled in the location of Las Vegas in USA. So I learned about the handlers, and I realized that over the span of 12 months, I had over 12 freaking handlers from many ranges, parts of the society, parts of everywhere. And it was either friends of friends, or it could be strangers who says they're friends with my friends. And then I'm like, I couldn't even say no. I realized that even my words were manipulated towards their best interest and not my best interest. The first step, if you're targeted, you will be attracting psychopath, narcissist, sociopath. You have to be the master of discernment, because some people come to you with a hidden agenda and they sell out straight. They're charming, honest, reliable, and they try to enter your most inner private space to gain trust from you immediately. They want all your vulnerabilities. They want to know all your weak spots without you even consciously telling them. You're just spewing it out. You're just blowing it out there. So you're literally dropping all your vulnerabilities out there without them even asking you, and you can't even control yourself. So you have to understand, when you're doing this, when you're literally spewing out your weakness and vulnerabilities, they have the intention to use it against you in one point or the other in the future. And then if you realize that you're speaking out your vulnerabilities without consciously able to stop it, you have to stop right there, consciously practice this and say, this person has evil agenda, because normal people don't just spew out all their inner secrets on the spot so easily, even if they just meet. They have an agenda. So that's when you know that you have a broken boundary in your privacy. Your privacy. There are such things as privacy. When you spew out all this vulnerability, they're already in your heart. Like that. You don't have any more boundaries with them, because they know everything. That's how they gameplay this. They know everything, and they can use certain thing against you. So first step, if you're targeted, you'll be attracting psychopaths, sociopath, narcissists to be programmed and brainwashed, and then when they're closer to you, 2-3 months into it, and then they start to shift their personality, and you start to see the changes, but your mind is controlling your beingness and controlling your heart. You can't leave. The reason you cannot leave is because your heart is not controlling your mind. They are controlling your mind. They won't leave you alone. They're always around you. They're always asking you to be around them. They're always asking you to fulfill their needs. So slowly and slowly, you're releasing your own needs. So that's when you're losing your power, personal power. And that's when it's getting harder to let go of the system. It's like you're being programmed to lose independence. You're being programmed to lose your ability to think for yourself, feel your own feelings, and make choices based on your personal decisions. They're influencing everything about you, and they're literally in your mind, in your emotions, in your identity. During the time where you sit, even if you meet the stranger, an acquaintance of an old friend, you sit and you feel so attracted to meet them, right? Even if you logically feel that you are not attracted to them. Why am I being so nice to this person? I'm not interested to be nice to this person. I just want to leave, but I can't leave. Your mind is psychoing you out, because your mind is not under your control. Your mind is under the control of the handlers.
Alert from calendar.
Your mind is under control by the handlers. So Handlers are sociopaths, psychopaths, narcissists that becomes your friend. It could be also your family members who intimidates, harms, or have an evil agenda to suppress your personal power from you becoming your own independent individual being. So, like I said, first thing, if you're targeted, you will be attracting the sociopath, narcissist, psychopath. You will be brainwashed, programmed, and your behavior will fall. You start to not have a mission of your own. You start not to have to take care of yourself. You start to leave your well-being, your health, your personal satisfaction, your personal happiness, personal satisfaction, personal goals, personal ambitions, personal identity. You focus all of it on the sociopath around you rather than on yourself. So recently, why I was able to literally walk away from my ex family. I call them ex because they are no longer my family, and I'm not using this as a vulnerability point. And if any handlers are out there using this video against me, you are on a watch, and angels are watching over me because I am protected and I'm divinely secure. And the handlers that handled this energy around me, okay, the energy around me, how I interact with the public, how I interact with people around me. There are people who watches how I deal with that, how I interact with people. So one more thing that I have to share is that I was isolated for about 2 years, and that is exactly what they wanted to do. So when I meet this person in 2013, and then in 2013 I meet one person who's a psychopath, a sociopath who's female, influenced by, recommended, introduced by my ex-mother who's a narcissist. Because if you want to go back into my past, I was a child of abuse, and they were using religion to abuse me as a method and tool of taking my personal power away and making me quiet and be silent. And every night as a teenager, I tried to kill myself because I want that lies, I want the hatred gone. I love myself, and I was killing all the energy that doesn't belong in my body. So it was one of the ways for me to release the negative energy by intending to kill myself, the false self, the fake self, the programmed self. So when you try to suicide, sometimes it goes too far, but sometimes you just have the intention. You're not holding any weapon, you're not holding anything, you just come back to your center so strong and so much, and you get to be feeling who your core being. You get to feel your core being, okay? And after you meet all the sociopath narcissists, what happens next, and you leave them, you will have this post-traumatic stress disorder, where you will have high panic attacks, anxieties. You will have this lack of ability to focus. You don't have peace and calm in your mind. It feels like your internal energy is just wretched. It's just wretched, and it was just destroyed. All your internal energy is destroyed. You no longer can walk and be who you are, can do what you do. And in 2014, I went to London, and I met another handler who is a spiritual psychopath, who is a person who does a fear propaganda in Los Angeles, California, and the New Humanity Movement. And he is Sai David Farman, and this guy is a handler. And while I was in London, I was hypnotized. I was programmed from afar, and literally just the handler managed to rape me. And I did say rape as in sexually assault me in a manner where I wasn't able to fight back. I couldn't fight back. And afterwards, after it happened, I felt like I was being taken advantage of and used. and I knew it was wrong, and I knew that I have to do something. And you can see that what I did was speaking it out back on YouTube and sharing it with all the people that he knows and that knows in London while I was there last year. When I came back from London, I had an identity crisis. So I literally changed personality, keep on changing personality, keep on changing personality. I meet one man after the other man after the other man after the other man, and I was really internally I was corrected, wrecked. And so you go through this post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD they call it, and it's from the sociopath and psychopath, and it's from being targeted as a individual who are breaking the system. For example, who are people who are breaking the system? Anybody who has pure love, pure unconditional love, pure respect to all sentient beings, to all nature, people who have integrity, people who do not get who are not led to temptation by doing evil actions of hatred or evil actions of cheating or lying. It's like you have this pure integrity soul within you. And the world, despite whatever it is with atheism or any religion, demons and angels exist in a parallel etheric astral realm. They do exist. It's been recorded in so many years before this. It does exist. All mythologies had exist in one point or the other. So devils, demons, Baphomet, Lucifer, all these agendas exist to destroy mankind, to destroy the hope, faith, love. And I carry hope and faith and love, and I've been targeted. You should know who I was before I was targeted. I hold for me, it was successful business for doing herbal skincare. I was doing jewelries. I was happy. I was out there engaging with so much people in public. I was sharing with them what I love to do, and everybody loves what I do, which is the lip balms, the skincares, the jewelries, the tarot card reading, the psychic reading, all this thing under Mind Rose Imperium. Mind Rose at the time, Mind Rose Imperium a year after that, because I put the Empire at the end. So, and then I was quite fitter than now, and I was stronger because I go to gym about four times a week and go to boot camp like twice a week. Is it 4? Yeah. So it was like in 3 months I lost like 10 kgs, about 22 pounds perhaps, and that's when I was literally targeted before I get too far into success, because I was really close to success. I got people coming into my life asking me to help them, asking me to help this, and they use sympathy and pity, and I'm so poor, I need help. So it's like they successfully managed me. The female psychopath that I met in 2013, who was supposedly to be a client, a student, and a personal assistant. So this woman is a handler, a psychopath. So, okay, how can people become handlers? People become handlers because their consciousness level is able to be tweaked towards the agenda of the higher upper demonic people. Demonic people could mean that it is Illuminati or anything that sorts the false system, the matrix in this world. False system meaning that anything to do with making people feel bad about themselves, not respecting and honoring other people's independent individual opinions. So my journey after the first step of being targeted, and then being targeted because I was very close to being what I wanted to do. I wanted to open my shop. I wanted to start to do what I do. But then it led me to another part of life. And if you want to ask me what do I believe, if you want to ask me in what power do I believe in the power of love. I don't categorize anything else, but I believe in the power of pure love and the pure force of light. The pure force of light. And most of the time, a lot of people can access pure force of light within their heart. It's like they have to go through so much to get to deeper into themselves. So to me, I feel that despite whatever had happened, you guys, if you have gone through mind programming, it's a challenge for you to get back here to your heart, to the strong, pure light of who you are. That's the power, the most powerful force in this world. Even the point where it's so powerful, the programming can disable. Okay, it's pure form of light, pure form of love, pure force of light, pure force of love. Okay, so I only knew about PTSD 4 weeks ago, and as I was healing myself from it, twice my ex-brother attacked me with negative energy. The first time he attacked me, I had a very pleasant day. I was cooking at home. This is ex-home, like the old home that I lived in. And then I felt this strong punching energy covering my third eye, and I was so blind, and I had to fight it off. So I go through this strong breaking glass and breaking there was glass and some other broken porcelain stuff in my room. I was going to a tantrum because I was fighting off this energy. It was like something glued on my third eye. I couldn't see because I was eating with my ex-brother, and suddenly he said something and I couldn't control what I say. And I'm like, wait, that's not, I didn't even control what I'm talking about. So handlers could be even your family members. Handlers could work for the demons in the society. So if you believe or not believe in demons or angels, they exist. It's your choice to believe or not. But literally on the astral plane, demons exist, and demons influence other people to do a certain things to drive your energy down. So the past 4 weeks, the past 3 weeks, the past 2 weeks, the past 1 week, I've been practicing joy. Why do I practice joy? Because I healed from my PTSD, and there was so much other things trying to drag me down. Okay? So if you were healing from PTSD, you can check my playlist. It's under PTSD playlist, post-traumatic stress disorder playlist. And from there, you can hear a story, and then you can go with me in that video list, seeing how I managed to get the point A to point 8 from 1 to 8, and steps by step on how to break the fear programming. And it's to do with intuition, it's to do with clarity, it's to do with the understanding the lies and deceptions are lies and deceptions, and understanding that you have to increase your value because your value is being intoxicated by the surrounding negative energy. And then you have to have your dignity and honor back in order to resume your life properly. And then you have to go into the liberty, independence step method to release yourself from this codependency to your surrounding and being intimidated and fearful with so many things. And touching base with reality, because most of the time when you have been going through so much, it's about touching base with the truth, with the reality, because all the energy that's been slapped, smacked, punched, like funneled to your eyes, to your face, it's all an illusion. You've been trapped in a wormhole of illusion. Just imagine that you're putting a glass fishbowl over your head, and the glass fishbowl is just full of deceit, lies, full of deceit and lies, full of deceit, lies and manipulations, and all you have to do is just crack the 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 hologram, the holographic of lies, the matrix of lies, and you can start to connect to other people heart to heart and realize there are humans still on this planet Earth. There are still humans with souls, with hearts in this planet Earth, in wherever you are, in your city, in your country, in your town, in your neighborhood, in your building, in your wherever state, in your workplace, there are still humans. But the illusion in your head, the matrix, the hologram, traps you in a certain mindset. So you have to break from the fear programming. That's what I did the past 4 weeks. I break from the fear programming. And now I'm practicing joy, which is always, all the time, to just be happy. Just anything people do is their own responsibility. It defines them. It doesn't define you. People say that you're ugly. People say that you're crazy. People say that you're a loser or a terrible person. It has nothing to do with you. It's everything to do with the person who carries that energy. They try to give you that energy. They try to make you believe it. And if you accept it, then you're susceptible to the belief of it, because you agree and you give consent to agreeing to the opinions of others. So in this stage, I want to introduce you a book by Don Miguel Ruiz. He is a Toltec master, and he wrote this book called The Four Agreement. You can Google it. And this Four Agreement can really break the system between you and the brain programming, between you and the Mkultra, between you and the monarch programming, between you and whatever programming that you may have had in this life, in all the other lives before this. The book, The Four Agreements, is a strong, pure white magic book. And it talks about black magic of words, okay? So, let me see. How to break from the system and stay strong. I've been practicing joy, and I even make this oil. This is a small bottle, and it was about joy. And when I went out, I put oils. And I feel that using my oils was really helpful for me, because I had this other oil called Venus Star Child, and this one removes demons. And if you see one of my very old, one of my first video on this channel is actually reptilian demon removal, and you can hear all these nasty demon voices, and then how I converted them and either convert or banish them into wherever they belong. And I want to talk to you about gang stalking, because I realized that I was gang stalked. I didn't know. And I didn't even know I had post-traumatic stress disorder until recently. I didn't know I was gang stalked until recently. I didn't know I had handlers until recently, until I uncovered the word Mkultra. The word Mkultra, I know about it a few years ago, and then everything to do with negative vocabulary of mine, non-existence after I've been brainwashed. I couldn't even say this was rude. I couldn't even say, if people were disrespecting me, I couldn't even say this was rude. If people were abusing me, I couldn't even say you're disrespecting me, or you're bullying, or you're being nasty. All negative vocabulary was locked, and I couldn't use that definitions of truth. I couldn't access the truthful words to define what I'm experiencing during the abuse, during the brain programming with the psychopath, because psychopath abuses their targets, which could be people like us who have souls, who have faith, trust, love, joy in our hearts. And the gang stalking. What is gang stalking? Gang stalking is, from what I just understood, is when you're targeted by different people from public. It could be from anybody. There would be many reasons and experience about it, but I can only share what I gone through recently, which was I usually go to Starbucks to write my book. And now learning about gang stalking, I actually saw it, that there are people around me who will do things to disturb my energy and my peace, and to make me angry, to trigger an anger within me. So there was this one time where, before I knew I had PTSD, when I was clearly very short-circuited into anxiety attacks, panic attacks, I was writing a book opposite a door, on a small couch, which only two people could sit opposite each other, and come this one person just walks in and say, "Hey, can I take this chair?" And it's not even the chair that you can really move easily. It's a furniture. So he's literally taking a furniture away from my front, and there's literally nothing in my front, and there's a door. So for me, it's not a good feng shui, and it's not a good energy, and I was in the zone of writing a book. So he was doing that, and I could feel like he took more than that. He took more than that. He took more than the chair. I could feel he took more than the chair, and I get really upset, and I'm like, "Hey, send me the chair back. It's not good." And he's trying to, like, "Oh, I just love this chair." So he's trying to take my attention away and manipulate it. So he's fucking lying. So that's the first one. And after that, there's a few others. And I know that handlers are people who are deeply unconscious, and have no integrity. They would do anything, even detrimental to other people, because they do not have a soul or empathy. They are not connected to empathy or a soul. They can't connect to a soul because they are demonized. They have entities inside them, and you can't even help them, because in the end, you start to behave like them. You just have to walk away. And walking away is what I did to my ex-family. Walking away, I mean, thinking about all the things that I have to leave, those are things. My soul is more precious than the thing. So I have to, like, literally, it's worthless. Materials are worthless. Your soul is more important than things. So I left, and I don't think about it, and we just talk about what is now and what's coming in the future. So I changed my name as well, because I had an incident where I received a phone call from an unknown number, and it was my ex-mother. And then when she spoke my name, there is a hidden powerful black magic over the name, and I knew that that name was to compress me into a jar of control, and to literally put me under the pinky and put around, so that she could control how I behave, how my power is used, how I use my independence, how I take charge of who I am. So that old name that I used to share on this YouTube channel, and I know that she also watches my YouTube channel, because my ex-sister, who came into my dream just recently and literally raped me, raped me. So that was another handler. Because if you are going through this mind programming, brainwashing, and trying to remove yourself from it, you will have a lot of things going through you, going to happen to you, even in your dreams. You can't even sleep right. So, and I didn't take it personally when it happened, because I knew that she was just carrying her own vibes, and it's nothing to do with me. And I strongly urge that you read the 4 agreements, because it's gonna break all the black magic. It's gonna break all the black magic in your life, and it's gonna undomesticate you, because what they're doing is that they're domesticating humans to be in a certain behavior, to be in a certain way. Because if you behave the same, if you have the same mindset, if people fear the same things, when they get triggered, it's easy to control the whole pack. People won't be like, for me, if there's a riot next door, at the shop next door, people will start to, like, join in and start to like, whoa, like start to join in the riot. But for people like me who believes in love and peace, we calm down the energy. We will start to let them come back into the reality and say, hey, what's the need of a riot? This person needs to go to hospital rather than an angry mob attacking each other. We have to send this person to the hospital. So person like me knows the truth and how to align the energy in order to create peace, you know? And when gang stalking, there's riots, things like that, this thing happened to persuade other people to look the other way and join in the hoo-ha big energy of negativity. But I believe that it's gonna be okay. I believe that everybody is okay. Even though it may not seem okay, you will find a way out if you are being triggered. And I was like doing this thing because I get a lot of triggers. I do. I had handlers coming into handlers who works under the Mkultra, meaning that they're working under demons, unconsciously deeply ignorant. Clients of mine come in and then they behave an eccentric way and they don't realize that they're behaving like that. And when I come across and point it out, they're like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And I'm like, okay, this person are not conscious of themselves and deeply ignorant, deeply, they are not aware. Okay? It's like snap, like if I snap one finger, you will lose consciousness. So it felt like somebody in their mind snap a finger and then they lose consciousness and then they add all these weird things around me. And then I be defensive and then they come back into this and then pretend that nothing happened. So literally it's like a freaking trigger. Even the handlers have triggers. So I have this one thing. I was in the lift and I said, how to be conscious during triggers? Because that's what I've been doing recently. Because there was an old perverted man somewhere in this location, this neighborhood building, but not in this building, the other building. And he's always trying to get my attention. And there's this one time in Starbucks, I was writing my book, and when I saw a leg cross through me, and I'm like, I look up, and then you know what the fuck was happening? He literally, you know when usually, if people walk past by, they would do their own thing, yeah? They have their own thing. And he passed by next to me, and I look, and I just look a little bit up, and what he did was that his head swerved down and hooked me, like try to, like that, like look at me straight in the eye. He went out of his way to meet me eye to eye while I was sitting down and he was standing up. So he literally bowed down to look me in the eye. For what purpose? What purpose? What purpose? And I've been bumping into him like all the time, everywhere. What the fuck, right? So he is a fucking handler. He's a handler and he's old and he gives me bad vibes every single time that I pass by. He gives me fucking bad vibes. And yeah, so that's one. Another one. So what else I could say to you is that to be conscious during triggers. There was another time that he did it again, and I stayed and I feel everything. Rather than shut down my mind and like go bonkers, I feel everything. I stay conscious and I feel every single fucking shit that was going through in public. I was in Starbucks Okay, I was in Starbucks in my building, this building, and then I sit down. Wait, I think I sit down for a few minutes, and then I went and drive to another Starbucks, and then I sat down, and he wasn't there obviously because he's on this place Starbucks. I was on another Starbucks, and I sit down and I feel everything, and slowly I gain consciousness because I was able to feel the pain, to feel the truth, um, to feel what is true, and then I can feel the lies and the pain and the abuse, and a lot of rubbish came up from that triggers. So you have to stay conscious during triggers. Like you see, like I'm doing this, you have to literally stay conscious during a trigger and feel everything. And after that, what happens is you get to heal it because you're on point. You know the truth. You can evaluate yourself. You can interrogate yourself. Why do I feel like this? Why is it like this? You can start to ask your soul. Your consciousness during a trigger is aware. And then you connect to your soul and you can speak to your soul. What the heck am I going through? What the heck am I experiencing? And then after that, I start to heal more and more. So there's a lot of triggers that I've been attracting, and a lot of these triggers were helping me to release myself from the programming, which is awesome, which is really awesome. And I've gotten stronger and stronger. And besides that, how to be conscious during triggers. And how to be conscious during triggers. It could be a lot of, it could be very hard to begin at first, but if you keep going at it, if you're really, really putting an effort to want to release yourself from the programming, from the system, from the brainwashing, from the abuse, from the triggers, you can do it. Because I believe that if I can, like anybody can. If I can, anybody can. That's it. If I can, anybody can. You just have to do the efforts, the same thing. Not take the energy, but refine your self-energy. Okay, so I've been like, today is 8/8/2015, the number 888, 888, the number of abundance, the number of the Lion's Gate, and the whole day today, I'm like doing some kind of like mantra chanting. I disable all handlers. I disable all handlers. I disable all handlers, and it's like I am at a stage in my life journey where I am not giving any face to any more handlers, ignorant people who comes to me, even if they want help, even if they want healing sessions, even if they want some kind of whatever shit stuff. If they're ignorant, if they're unconscious of their own behavior, I'm not taking them in, and I'm just releasing all those focus and just tunnel my focus to what I actually want to do each day in my life. I have goals and I'm working towards my goals, and whatever in my surrounding that wants to distract me from my goals, I am literally just bulldozing them down, and I just focus on my goals, because there's so many handlers, there's so many demons trying to distract you from going and finishing your goals, because your goals is divine goal. My goal is a divine goal because I have this strong ability to clear the system, to clear the darkness, and just pump pure light, pure light, pure light, you know. And I can't be around people who are ignorant and unconscious of their own behavior. And the demons or whatever above has been sending so much handlers. And if you read the book, The 4 Agreements, whatever the handlers do, you start to acknowledge that it's them, it's not you. And you won't even have to feel the fear anymore, because fear is an illusion of losing power. Fear is an illusion of losing power because you're believing on your external illusion rather than believing in the truth inside you. You focus on inside you all the time and do what you're doing. despite whatever is around you. This is a powerful thing that I just said. You're actually not buying into the fear because you know your power is within you. You don't even believe in the illusion of the outside because you know the truth is inside you constantly, constantly, constantly. And you're always emitting the truth by being who you are. And you're always walking the path of truth because you're walking your personal path without the influence of these distractions telling you to do this, to do that, to help them with that, to help them with this. You know what to do, and you just have to go back deep inside you and stay strong inside and be a stronger soul. And no more handlers. And the 4 agreements, read it, because I'm also telling myself to read it more than 10 times. To read it, to read it, to read it, and to practice it. To practice it. And so joy. You have to practice joy. Because when you practice joy, nothing can pull you down. Because you know joy and happiness is a decision to make. Each moment to feel joy, to feel happy is a decision to make despite whatever fuck your surrounding is doing to you. And sometimes you have to just dance and be joyful amidst chaos. You just have to. Because it's your beautiful ability to choose. Your willpower to be joyful despite whatever happened around you. And one of the things that their aim game is to pull you down so that there's less light in the world. So there needs to be more light in the world now. There needs to be more joy in the world now. Let's do it. Like everybody, just heal yourself from the Mkultra recovery. I'll try and do some more videos about Mkultra recovery, even though I'm not a expert about it, but I'll be speaking to some more people about this because it seems that there's I got in touch with a few key people that is very, very strongly associated with the recovery of Mkultra programming. And let's see if I can get an interview with her and talk about it more with her. And then how to break from the system. Identity crisis, self-destruction. You have to see how you're behaving to yourself. Because when I realized the word behavior, even the word behavior, it was wiped out from my memory. It was like I didn't even know that I was behaving in a manner that is not me. I knew that something was wrong with me from 2014, last year. I knew something was wrong with me, but I'm like, what the heck is wrong with me? The heck was wrong with me was that I wasn't behaving myself. People were projecting so many things, and I was acting out through their projections. So you have to learn about not being, you have to be immune to other people's projections. Being immune to other people's projection means that when people see you a certain way, you don't behave the way that they see you as. You keep behaving the way you behave. You choose to behave. Okay? And that is your personal power to be. Behave. Have. It's like you are and you have. The way you are and having an identity, personality, the way you are carrying yourself has to come back into who you truly are. So when you behave inappropriately, not respecting your own soul, and you're diminishing yourself, you're destructing yourself, you're putting yourself down, like self-sabotaging yourself, and you're not behaving in a way that is responsible for your life, then you're literally only living a life based on other people's experiences rather than your own personal choice of experience. And if you want to live a good life, if you want to live a powerful life, and if you have ambition, you have dreams, you have goals, you have to behave the way that your soul needs you to behave. You have to be yourself. You have to be your own soul. And being your own soul means that you have to connect stronger to your heart. And that means you have to recognize what negativity is still in my mind, programming me to behave in a certain way that I couldn't control. So the reason, I guess, literally last week, I had this one, was it 31st July? Now is what? 8th of August. So it was 31st of July when I had this MK Ultra, MK Ultra, MK Ultra. And I'm like, whoa. Like, whoa. If you had this MK Ultra thing, you might even have a bad childhood experience that may cause you to keep attracting sociopath, psychopath, or handlers. So the grand answer that I want to share with you is that obtain the strength of your personal power and don't let anybody touch your personal power, because handlers will start to manipulate you and make you abuse yourself and manipulate your power so that they can obtain your independence, so that you become dependent on their words and their directions. And you can release everything by mastering yourself, your boundaries, your self-respect, your goals, your dreams, and like master your mind, so that mastering your mind, mastering your heart, mastering your life, so that handlers, Illuminati, demons can't intercept your journey to your soul. Because the main game in this world is that you have a goal, your soul has a purpose. Everybody has a soul. And your soul has a purpose, and your purpose is divine. And there's so many things around you in this demiurge world, this reality, this life. There's so many things such as distractions, demons, people, people who destroys you, people who manipulates and lie to you to make you go further from your divine goals, divine purpose, divine true journey. So mastering yourself, your mind, your heart, your soul, you get to be a person that can bulldoze everything that doesn't serve you and go for your divine purpose. And at the same time, you know which one is human with a soul or human with a handler demon sitting on their head and controlling their brain, telling them to do whatever so that they can hurt you and destroy you and make you want to suicide and things like that. But you won't, because you're stronger than that, and because you have a divine goal and divine purpose. And if you have a divine goal and divine purpose, you have the ability to complete it, because the universe will not give you a destiny if they don't know you're already going to get there. You're already there. We are just we are just acting a play in a divine mission in this illusionary world. So that's all from me. I thank you very much for watching. And my name is Meredith Mindrose. And I'm very happy to be able to share you this information and how you can help yourself to be stronger, because that's what literally I just did for myself. And I feel that the book that I'm writing will really help with healing from PTSD and building your energy, transforming who you are to be your true self and true soul. So wish me the best for my book, because I am so needing to finish my book really, really soon. And I need all the support, the blessings, and the love I can get from all of you out here. Thank you, everybody. My name is Mazin Moingos. Oh, yeah. Before I end this, my name is not Mazin Moingos. See, I'm like, it's catching in. Meredith Mindrose, and I wanted to tell you, stop all the drugs, stop all the cigarettes, stop all the weeds, stop all the alcohol, go to nature. Go to nature, rehabilitate yourself to nature, because and control your surrounding with clean energies, natural energies, clean energies, strong energies, loving nature energies, and natural energies, because I feel that drugs were a strong method and tool, even bad foods even junk foods were a strong tool for you to be manipulated. So stop all of that and start to get physical in knowing how you're behaving, being self-aware. Because a lot of people who are in the programming cannot be self-aware. So be self-aware. Okay, that's it. My name is Meredith Rose. So thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.